get the strength to leave. You always tell me that you need me, and I'm weak cause I believe you, and I'm mad because I love you. So I stop and think that maybe you could learn to appreciate me, then it all remains the same. That you ain't never gonna change, never gonna change, never gonna change. My days are cold, baby.
Welcome to Yes Bitch TV, honey, yes God. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. Please make sure you're liking, commenting, and subscribing to the channel. And you're also hitting that bell, honey, yes God. You're hitting that bell, girl. That way you can be updated each and every time I'm dropping something new, okay? Now let's get into this Chasing Atlanta Season 3 Reunion Part 1 real quick. You know what? Let me tell y'all something. I totally agree with Jaylon. Every fucking reunion, and you know what the common fucking denominator is in this situation? The fucking audience. The fucking audience. And not just any type of audience, bitch, because it probably wouldn't be going this trashy if it was just an audience. But we have family members, we have boyfriends, we have girlfriends, we have people who have personal ties, homeboys, homegirls, bitches that came ready for the shits if it were to go down. And I can only imagine if alcohol played a big part in this as well. It wasn't visible, so I appreciate the girls for not drinking that much if there was drinking, because we know that's usually what sets off a lot of fuck shit at these reunions, girl. But yeah, I totally agree with, my bad, Lauren England. Totally agree, bitch. Totally agree. Every fucking reunion, you guys just can't have nothing nice. And this is why, you know, you end up losing deposits. The police get called, you get kicked out of venues. And then now that you've got a name for yourself, you're on season 3 now. So you can't keep making the same mistakes you made in 1 and 2, because eventually it's going to be hard for you guys to secure a venue for your motherfucking reunions, or be able to shoot scenes in certain locations because people have heard about your motherfucking behavior, bitch. You know what I'm saying? But they will keep your deposit, thank you very much. But it's just not fair to the viewers to have to watch more fuck shit than the resolutions to the conflicts that we've seen through the series. That's the whole fucking reason for reunions. That is the whole basis for reunions, is to discuss and possibly, you know, hash out, give the audience the real breakdown of the things that took place in these episodes. And we didn't even get that at all. We didn't get nothing in this motherfucking reunion. But I will say this, I kind of did enjoy it to a certain extent. I do feel like, you know, the host, Justin J, was getting disrespected a lot, the over talking. I feel like the host is the one who y'all need to be listening to, because he's directing and motherfucking, you know, curating this moment, you know, that's going to lead up to other moments throughout the rest of the reunion. So it would have been nice for more people to shut the fuck up, because again, it's difficult when you're coming there just on the strength of wanting to whoop a bitch's ass because of rewatching the season. Now you're like, okay, I'm gonna address some shit. Don't come there with that mind frame. Come there open-hearted and humble, and then if the shit ends up going on that level, then of course you handle your motherfucking business. But the reunions are not for y'all, really. I mean, it is for you, but it's for us, so that we can have some kind of closure to all the fuck shit that we've, you know, endured all the 13 episodes, or however many episodes, you know, is going to be in your season. So that's all we ask as viewers, okay, is that you be, you know, simplified enough and favorable enough to the fans, because I think at the end of the day that we totally deserve it. You guys have blown up through the years, and, you know, it's thanks to the fans. Because if nobody watched, there would be no Chasing Reality. There would be nothing of this magnitude that is on the social media right now, YouTube and shit. So I do feel like, you know, we have to clean that part up a little bit. We can't keep perpetuating this fucking stigma of the gays that we're just these messy ass broken people who break shit and fuck shit up and come prepared for the fuck shit. That's gonna make people not want to do business with us. Hence why we don't even have our own motherfucking network, our own mainstream network right now. Because people aren't going to want to invest and put trust in us if they see that we're just with this ratchet ghetto shit all the time. And you can see in production's face through some of this video that it's like, you know, what the fuck? And you know what, who do we put the blame on? Do we have control over other bitches, you know, bodies? No, the fuck we don't. Can we? No. We can't control the next grown motherfucker. But what we can control is the fucking tea. Look here, bitch. No more audiences. Let's do closed set. Chase and Dallas's, you know, very first reunion decided to do a closed set, and I think that was wonderful. Things were able to flow like they were supposed to. The energy was definitely a lot calmer. Yeah, they had their moments, but they were needed moments because people's names and credibility were on the motherfucking line. So I do understand a certain level of, you know, I'm gonna whoop your ass type of attitude. But bitch, when you have an audience that is possibly drunk too, and again, only came there on the strength of I'm about to fuck someone up today if they try it, you know, that's what happened. So let's jump into some of the things really quickly. We Were Born was dressed for the gods. They were serving gothic motherfucking royalty teas. Totally love Berlin in Jituan's outfits. I live for every minute of it. You guys are working that shit. I heard a lot of people say they didn't like the way they were dressed, but you know what? That's your prerogative, baby. I'm going to keep it real in the field, and I'm just going to say that, yes, I was totally living. Jalen Aaron, Lauren England, that gown was everything, girl. I live for it. It was simple, but yet very glamorous. I really loved it. I love that material. It was serving, and girl, your body is everything you're serving, girl. Like, yes. I can give props when props are due. The hair was simple, but yet very chic and very glamorous. Makeup was on point. Very simple, but yet glamorous. Once again, honey, yes, God, it was just everything. You guys were the best dressed, in my opinion. Everybody else, I don't know what the fuck y'all were doing. Troy changed twice, and because the first outfit I was like, girl, like, are we playing soccer, bitch? Are we in Colombia about to play soccer with the girls and then ride a bull after? And then I'm like, girl, don't you worry. First and foremost, let's talk about these reunions. Every reunion, I have a problem with the way that people are serving their fashions. But your confessional looks look way more glamorous and put together than yours of the reunion. You would think the reunion is that like glamour moment to show the girls what the fuck y'all are really made of. And it just really killed me. Cameron was dressed like a 90s fucking Boys to Men, honey. Child, I was like, girl, I don't know, honey. Motherfucking Montel was wearing, I don't know what that was. I Dream of Jeannie tees, bitch. I don't know. I'm just like, y'all supposed to be fashion people, and you guys are serving subpar looks to these reunions. I just don't understand it. Everyone said Q looked good, but I'm like, all of that yellow? Like, no one is doing the one theme thing anymore. Like, please, I know, do you? Fashion's about self-expression. Maybe that's how you felt today, girl. But it's just like, tone it down. That's so very bright. And it didn't go with, that's why I talk about with reunions and themes. Can we please start back following a theme? That way people can be a little bit more consistent and more cohesive with their motherfucking outfits of choice, honey, because I just don't understand it. You know, Gardini was dressed like Gardini, child. She wasn't trying to put on for nothing, but she looked good. Okay. Who else did we have? You know, T.S. LaKendra's sister was in the building representing for her. Like I told y'all in my last little video talking about this shit, honey, let me tell you. Lil Kendra may be behind the motherfucking bars, bitch, but she's gonna have her representation on this motherfucking show. And I said, I know that's right, bitch. Okay, bitch. Kendra is not playing with these girls. Wayne DePayne was in the building. Let me see, I almost forgot about him because he was so quiet. The only time Wayne DePayne decided to stand up and say something, girl, was when Oliver Twist was spilling the motherfucking tea about him cuddling up with production and shit in Miami, girl. And did y'all catch how they cut Oliver off after he was telling all the motherfucking business of what went down to the Miami, bitch? And then gonna cut in after the fucking thing in a whole nother scene, girl. you know you guys should have extended that. If you wanted people to be watching, you should have let Oliver continue telling it all, honey. Bitch, because he was spilling motherfucking tea, bitch. I was so through. He said Wayne the Pain was in the cuddling with motherfucking production. He said Jatwan was up doing his thing too, child. I was like, what the fuck? So that totally nullifies my previous assumption about that whole creative beef. So apparently Jatwan did have a relationship with someone that was on production of Chasing Reality, but it was prior to him even being considered or even looking at to be a cast member of the show. So let me correct that, because my last review I said, oh, it might be creative drama. Well, now we know for a fact from Jatwan's mouth that it is not creative drama. It is in fact somewhat true. But I understand the notion behind wanting to defend that, because people would automatically think, oh, the only reason you're here is because you fucked your way to get here. That's how that people look at some people, especially people who are clearly talented like we were born are. I totally feel and relate to them like, shit. People, because we're good at what we do, people are going to assume that we had to fuck our way to get here, or we had to do some scamming ass activities in order to get here. No, bitch, we're here on the strength of our hard work and dedication, our creativity, and bitch, we're motherfucking the shit, honey. Yes, God. And let's jump, since we're talking about We Were Born, let me go ahead and I'm not going to defend them, because as we have heard, a lot of shady shit was going on behind the scenes of this whole fucking journey of season 3. So are our assumptions as reviewers and just plain old viewers, are they correct? See, this is the shit I was talking about in my previous video. When we talk about integrity, when we talk about the shit that is being said, honey, that gets on my motherfucking nerves, because if I make a whole video about something and then come to find out later it's all on some other type of shit, that makes a bitch feel like a fool. So that's why when I was watching this and I heard Oliver going on and on and on, and I heard We Were Born were going on, and they were spilling tea. Gardini was doing the same thing. They were talking about production dates, how things were set up and how it made us look. Okay? And that's the real conversation that we need to have. Don't try to sell us a dream, bitch. Because it's no longer considered reality TV then. Okay, we understand little smoke screens here and there, girl, to keep the girls entertained. But at the end of the day, don't be creating something from nothing and then you have a whole... anyway, moving on. I already had a whole discussion about that in that 30-something minute video I made. Bitch, We Were Born was serving justice. They were a little loud, and one of the things that I said that I really hope that we could see from them is them being a little bit more calmer, because when Jatwan goes off, Jatwan does a lot of fucking yelling, and he gets so amped. And I don't want you to get so amped you end up laying hands on a bitch, and then, some shit happens that you can't rectify. Because a bitch should never make you that pressed, especially on a situation of this magnitude. I understand you want to defend your character and you want to defend your integrity as a man. I totally get that shit. But there's a time and a place for all that, and sometimes you have to learn to control how you react. And it wasn't no good. The mics were all kind of unbalanced because Jatwan was the loudest person in the room. But again, from a production standpoint, I understand. Hey. You can't win them all, bitch. You're gonna have technical difficulties. You're gonna have moments. But like I said, overall, I really did enjoy this reunion. We have Gardini arguing with Oliver Twist about the validity of their friendship and the strength of their friendship. And quite honestly, one thing I always said about Gardini is he'll always speak his truth, and it's undeniable. We can say what we want about Gardini, but we have no choice but to all agree that he stands in his truth. And he speaks it out no matter the motherfucking cost. And I would rather ride with a bitch like that than a bitch that creates a whole bunch of fuck shit, and then when the tables are turned and it's time to motherfucking take responsibility for your actions, you throw rocks, hide hands. Again, we know how I feel about that fuck shit. And Oliver Twist, you can try to defend your stance all you want to, but all I see is a more educated version of Cameron, a fence hopping ass bitch. That's all I see. I mean, you got a lot of people defending you, and I guess from a certain perspective, you can look right, but see, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. There's something. There's a sneakiness there that I just can't trust. And no offense to you, and because I don't know you personally, maybe I'm totally wrong. Again, maybe there's more tea that needs to be spilled about the things that happened, throughout this taping of the show, that I'm not aware of, and I could be totally wrong as fuck. But from the way that I'm looking at things, it just doesn't. You're the common denominator in a lot of this, and then you are true to what you say, like. But how you treat people in person is just how I feel about Jaylon. You motherfuckers get in these confessionals and then you start dogging the fuck out of each and every fucking person. And that's just not motherfucking right, in my opinion. And then you guys are making music together. You're actually doing things that can help promote one another. And then you're throwing this kind of shade, like after doing favors for each other. That's another thing I just did not get. And it says a lot about a person's character. So I understand why Sky had to step to you. I understand why Gardini had to step to you on these trust issues, because it just seems like, and then you're over here hopping around with Jaylon, and then Jaylon does the same kind of thing. And then, a lot of the cast members kind of do that too. Actually, I would like to say most of them do that. They display that same kind of that fence hopping ass mentality. But nobody's better than Cameron. And Cameron was quiet this whole motherfucking set. I didn't hear shit come from Cameron. I didn't hear nothing come from Cameron. I was like, girl, maybe we'll see something in part 2. I did notice that Sky was in the building, and he was standing offset observing the mayhem that took place when Jalen. Let's talk about that really quickly. So Troy was trying to have a moment, girl, and just like Sheree, just like just like Cameron from Reunion 1 and 2, and Hakeem, the girls have to, but I wish Hakeem would have been on this season. I think it would have been so much better. Where the fuck is Hakeem? I think he would have been so good on this particular season because they needed him. They needed Hakeem, bitch. Okay. But anyway, what the fuck was I? Oh shit. Where was I? But yes, child, yes, Troy was trying to have a moment, and whatever. To answer the question, if I didn't answer it in my previous breakdown, yes, Troy, you were born for the show. Plain and simple. And that's just that. I mean, so the amplified fuck shit that you gave at the reunion, I really felt like it was forced. I felt like it was you just trying to have that last hurrah moment. And again, if people are trying to check you, especially on a pretty large platform such as Chasing Atlanta, I understand. You got to stand in your shit, and even if it does come off a little weird and crazy, at the end of the day, at least nobody can say that you didn't try to stand up for yourself. But I'm with everybody else. I just don't see, in the words of Sean Bradley, there was just no there. There was just no there, honey. Like, I just didn't see why that was needed, required, or desired. But I think on other people's levels too, so I kind of get it. So somewhere in there, Lauren England's boyfriend Q with his fine ass bitch, that motherfucker cute girl, and he got a motherfucking. Let me tell you something. That motherfucker got a trade demon living in that motherfucker, girl. Like that motherfucker, Q too, bitch. But first of all, Q, it's hard to be scared of someone wearing all that motherfucking canary yellow, bitch. It's really hard to find you scary, even with that deep ass Samuel L. Jackson voice that you were serving the girls on Jatwana We Were Born. And let me break down that particular scenario, because growing up as a feminine gay man, when I get in arguments with other gay men, or just men period, they think because their masculinity is way more than my feminine ass is, they think if they elevate and yell at me or buck up and try to show that fucking toxic masculine fucking behavior towards me, that it's going to simmer my feminine having ass down. Sorry, bitch. All that makes me want to do is release my inner thug trade and beat your motherfucking ass, nigga. That's all the fuck that wants to do. And I love you, Q. But doing all of that extra.com, trying to put on that deep voice, that's even if that wasn't your intention, the psyche behind that shit, I understand where Jatwan was coming from when he was snapping back at your motherfucking ass like that. Because y'all niggas really think because you got a deeper voice and you act way more masculine than us feminine girls do. Look how big I am. Once upon a time I was muscular as fuck. But I have a light ass Mike Tyson voice, and I have a switch with my walk. But I am 6'1" too, girl. Don't get it fucking twisted, bitch. Don't get it twisted. Don't let light voice people and light in the loafers type of motherfuckers like me and Jatwan and them motherfuckers make you think that we're some weak ass punk bitches, because we are not. We are not. We just try to carry ourselves with a little bit more class. We're being us. So don't mistake femininity for weakness. If anything, that is the motherfucking Charlotte's Web of it all, bitch. We're tricking your ass. Don't get it twisted. You've seen videos of motherfucking feminine punks turning into motherfucking man trade, ready to beat and bulldoze the shit out of any motherfucker who's being disrespectful and trying to buck up at them. So please, let's not do that. Let's not do that. And Q tried to do the same thing, because when the cameras kind of shied away from that whole argument, Q, what are you even arguing for? Why are you even interjecting in the reunion whatsoever? Whether you're the boyfriend of one of the main cast members or not doesn't fucking give you the fucking ability or the approval, bitch, to just voice your opinion while they're taping. Sit your ass down and enjoy the motherfucking shit, because that's the problem we're having. These people were involved in a specific group for a specific type of show. So having your personal feelings, whether you're involved with the show or involved with somebody that's in the show, calm that the fuck down. They're grown. They can handle their own motherfucking business. And we all will never really know the truth on how some of this fuck shit began. And it seemed as if you were already on 10. And let me tell you another fucked up thing about it. You know, you addressed Troy, and then Troy's people was like, oh, she's grown, she's grown. Now, forgive me, because of the clip that was released, forgive me if my fucking situation is all wrong. But from the look of it, is you were about to charge at Fish. How, gay man or not, girl, like, charging at Fish is never okay. That is why we have hood-ass homegirls that will handle that motherfucking ass bitch, okay? We as men, gay black men, no honey, they already think we want to beat them, just like Fish yelled out, bitch. She already yelled at that, bitch, I have a pussy, I have something y'all want that you'll never get. First of all, let me go ahead and shut that motherfucking stereotype down. Bitch, just because we are gay, just because we are feminine, just because we like to play in women's clothes, just because we live our lives, and let me show respect to the transgender women, girl, too. Just because you have the trans girls out here working it better than you motherfucking straight hoes ever could, does not necessarily mean that we all want pussy. We all want to have a pussy. We don't want those female problems, bitch. Just because we happen to have titties, bitch. Just because we happen to wear dresses from time to time. Just because we that's just who we are. And for the girls out there that are living their lives as women, you know, you'll be surprised most, or if not all of them, still have their motherfucking dicks. They don't want the surgery. We don't want pussy, girl. We don't want pussy. I'm going to say it one more time. We don't want no motherfucking pussy. And it's no disrespect to women. It's no disrespect, because, you know, the gays, we are your biggest advocates. When trade is whooping your ass, bitch, and you need a friend to talk to, we are there, honey. When you're about to walk out of the house with a pink outfit and red shoes on, we are there to stop you from committing fashion suicide, girl. We are there to do your hair when your fucking stylist says, bitch, we gotta cancel it. We are there to protect you, girl. But don't motherfucking try us by trying to group us in with your fake ass false beliefs, bitch. But thank you for letting us know how you really feel. And, you know, again, but let me defend y'all too again. You know, you women, whether they lesbians, dykes, bulldaggers, whatever, bitch, studs, I don't give a fuck if she look like motherfucking Tupac, bitch. It's a woman. We don't put our hands on women, and all of that was just not needed, required, or desired. Jaylon, I do appreciate you, you know, doing what you got to do, but you should have had a little more control over your nigga, because no fucking God am I gonna let my nigga come on here fucking shit up. And then the other little trade piece, I guess, was his friend or his brother. Honey, he looked like he was ready to whoop some ass too, but I caught that glimpse with Troy when Troy tried to run up on him and the boy saw him and he bucked up. Troy backed down. Y'all may need to elaborate on that motherfucking scene, because ain't nobody talking about that part. So Troy, you buck. But when Trade in that fucking colorful ass shirt, walking around and kept pulling his pants up, how you gonna whoop someone's ass, girl, and you ain't got no belt on and to hold your pants up? All that's gonna happen is you're gonna end up falling on the ground face first, and then someone's gonna magically fall into that booty hole. I mean, they're magically delicious. I'm just saying though, girl, like, y'all niggas need to learn too. You come with somewhere to fight, why you got house shoes on? Bitch, you gonna break a motherfucking toe playing around in these motherfucking streets, bitch. You gonna break an ankle, bitch, playing around. Girl, please. Girl, please. We don't have time for that. There were no real resolutions, as we talked about before. I just don't understand how we get to this point and there's no real resolutions to any of these fucking conflicts. So all we can talk about is the drama. It was stated that the police were called, things were damaged at the venue that they were at. Also, on top of that they were asked to leave. So how is there going to be a part 2? Unless chronologically the taping of this is all fucked up. So, we've seen that same mistake throughout this season as well too, where the chronological aspects of the scenes didn't add up, and then they had to keep putting in these other filler episodes to bring us back together so we can kind of make sense of it all. So, whatever. I'm not going to talk too much shit about that. I can't wait to see what part 2 is going to be doing, because we need some answers, and hopefully the girls can come back together and be calm enough to talk some of these things out and give the fans what they need, and which is, a peaceful conversation. Again, even if there is no conflict resolution, bitch, at least try to have a grown folks conversation, because some of these people I don't see coming back for the next season. Honestly, I really don't. And I'm going to be real with you, and even they got to get it together. You need to get a cast that can really work well together. Even if they are on some hating ass, raggedy bitch shit, at least you can get those kinds that still work well together and that can be grown enough. And again, another piece of advice again, no more audiences for your fucking reunions. I understand you charge for the tickets, and sometimes that money is very helpful because you are putting on a free production and you guys are putting your own money into it. I definitely get that part, and that's why I do my very best to keep my shade to a limit, because I can only imagine the money that it costs out of your guys' pocket to bring us something like this. So first and foremost, I appreciate production. I appreciate the creators for, taking a lot of, hits from us reviewers and from, the people who watch the show that leave nasty fucking comments. And I'm very aware of those situations. And sometimes it makes me want to barter down on my reviews. But I feel like at the end of the day, I have to be, unbiased as possible. And I do have to give my truest perspective. And, I think we can do better, but at the end of the day, I think we're doing great at the same time, because, bitch, it like I just said, I can only imagine the difficulty and the financial, cost to put something like this together, and you guys are coming out of your own fucking pockets. But that's all I really have. I can't really think of anything else, honestly. Yeah. Part 2, if I have other things that I want to think about from part 1, I'll just go ahead and add it to that video. But please, again, make sure you're liking, commenting, and subscribing to the channel. And yeah, be blessed, never stressed, guys. Take care. Yes, guys.